Curious about what Waikiki looks like right now? As part of our Waikiki Now series, we're showing you what Waikiki looks like right now. For more Hawaii videos, make sure you're subscribed and click that notification bell so you're alerted every time we post a new video. Aloha, I'm Mariam and this is Yes to Hawaii. We make Hawaii videos, take the guesswork out of planning your trip. As always, timestamps will be in the description box below. Over there is the main street that we normally go down in our Waikiki Now series. However, today we're going to go down Kuhio Avenue instead. And right now it is about 5:15 on a Monday. Over here to my right is Hotel Croix. They also have an ABC store just inside. And then just over here to my right is the Ritz Carlton Hotel. There's also a cafe inside, Dean and DeLuca. This area is super gorgeous. Lots of lush greenery. Nice little sidewalk over here. And now we've reached the intersection of Kuhio and Lewers Street. If you actually take a right down here on Lewers Street, one of my favorite restaurants is down this street, Gyu-Kaku, and they let you do barbecue on the table itself. Pretty fun. We're coming up along this corner here. Coming up ahead is going to be an IHOP. Really good place for pancakes, especially if you're up super early. It is open 24 hours. Great spot if you're traveling from the East Coast and you're up super early, hungry, and you want a full meal. This IHOP is actually tied to this hotel, which we're gonna see right here up ahead. Over here on the right is Rivals. That's a sports bar and restaurant. This is part of the Waikiki Malia by Outrigger Hotel. Just up here on the right, where this blue umbrella is Slice of Waikiki. It's this fun little hole-in-the-wall pizza shop if you want to grab a quick bite as well. On the right-hand side is Loco Boutique if you want to buy some swimsuits. This street here is the corner of, this intersection is the corner of Kuhio and Royal Hawaiian Avenue. Alright, finally the light changed. We're gonna head down a little bit further, Kuhio. There's a small nail salon on the right-hand side. Over here on the right is a McDonald's, and this is the one that's on the corner of Kuhio and Seaside Avenue. As you can see, there's still some traffic. There's people out on the streets. It's not incredibly busy, but there are some people out. Coming up ahead, this street that you see up here is Seaside Avenue. This intersection is the intersection of Kuhio and Seaside Avenue. If you were to take a right down Seaside Avenue, there's also a Ross, Dress for Less, which is great if you wanted to pick up snorkel gear or swimsuits or just something really quick and easy. Over here on the right, on this corner, there's a Jamba Juice, and there's also a Starbucks. The Starbucks, I believe, opens as early as 5 a.m. Again, if you're up super early and you want to grab something quick. On the right, there's also the Ice Monster, which serves shave ice. Nordstrom Rack is also on the right-hand side over here. It's an outlet store. Also to our right is going to be the American Savings. That's a bank if you need it. We're gonna go right around this bus stop over here, and over here on the right hand side is Duke's Lane Market and Eatery. There's a restaurant that's inside there. There's also quick bites that you can grab. It's also an ABC store, little mix of everything. This lane that you see right up ahead is Duke's Lane. So if you were to take a right down here, you would see some smaller kiosks and shops. For those of you who've been here before, back in the day, it's similar to the International Marketplace, but on a much smaller scale. So this restaurant up here has Paella Fish Market. That's part of the Layla Hotel. They have a really good lunch special. Super tasty. The Layla Hotel is completely gorgeous. I have celebrated many a birthday at their restaurant that's up here. Not this one right here, but just right around this corner where the elevator is. It's called the Hideout. Amazing craft cocktails. A little bit on the pricier side, but it is super gorgeous. Love that spot. So we're gonna head a little bit farther down. This complex that you see right here is the International Marketplace. Here's another ABC store. Plenty of those all throughout Waikiki. Great for grab and goes, as well as if you need sunscreen, sundries, anything like that. This area over here, there's a lot of small eateries. International Marketplace has a lot of shopping and dining. Some of them are on the higher end, some of them are more mid-range, and some of them, again, quick grab and goes. This place is completely open air, as you can see here. Masks are still required when you're walking around, even though it is technically outdoors. Signage is everywhere, so just make sure to follow that signage. Over here on the right, it's closed right now because I'm walking around 5 o'clock, but over here on the right-hand side, there's a coffee shop called Kona Coffee Purveyors. Super tasty. They have really, really good hot chocolate, which I absolutely love. Coming up ahead is the Saks Fifth Avenue. That's still part of the International Marketplace. We've been walking this area for a little bit, but Saks Fifth Avenue is part of the International Marketplace. So we're gonna walk a little bit farther down here as well. But as you can see, just walking around, there are people out and about, and I intentionally did this walk around 5 o'clock. That way you can still see how busy it is, and you can still see, yes, there's a little bit of traffic here and there, but it's not quite as crowded, although that can change come November the 1st. It could be a lot more crowded coming up in the next few months in the holiday season. So as you walk a little bit farther up, for those of you who are driving to the International Marketplace, I guess I'm looking up at the sign. For those of you that are driving to the International Marketplace, this is the parking entrance. So you come in through here. International Marketplace does validate parking, so just make sure that you check the website to see where you need to go and what the pricing is. It can change. As of right now, they do validation for a certain number of hours. I believe the minimum purchase is $10, and then beyond that, you get a certain number of hours that are validated, and then you pay additional. Coming up ahead over here is a small, very, very small laundromat, a coin laundry. So it's called I Do Laundry. It's part of this complex over here. But if you are traveling a lot and you need to do some laundry, that's super easy, coin operated. So we're gonna head a little bit farther up Kuhio. Coming up here on the right-hand side is the Ohana Waikiki East by Outrigger. So this spot also has a super delicious restaurant called Appetito. It's an Italian restaurant. They have really good wine flights, really good quick bites. Their pasta is delicious. As you can see, there's a section out there that's open air as well. So we're gonna cross this intersection over here and go a little bit farther down. This section that you see up here, there's also a bus stop here. And then we're gonna also get a little bit farther away from some of the hotels, but there are still some hotels on this main strip area. Some of them are of course apartments and condos, and we'll pass by some of those as well. Now for the city bus, if you do decide to take the city bus, you can check their website for their routes. It's thebus.org. So coming up ahead right over here, this small cluster of smaller shops on the right-hand side. As you can see, some of the shops are of course boarded up and closed, but some are still open. So over here on the right-hand side, we've got a small souvenir shop over here. We're going to go a little bit farther down, and you can kind of see as we walk through the windows, as we walk by the windows, no one is walking through windows. So over here, we've got some small souvenir purses. Over here, some jewelry, a smaller nail salon. There's also some t-shirts, souvenirs. There's also Smokies, which is a smoke shop. And then we're going to take a turn and head a little bit farther up. So on the right-hand side over here, you can see these are apartment complexes, not necessarily hotels. And this hotel that's coming up here on the right-hand side, this is Bamboo, right here, which is 2425 Kuhio Avenue. We're gonna walk a little bit around this car, and then this is the Bamboo. And as you can see too, while I'm walking all throughout Kuhio is completely walkable. Waikiki is walkable. I'm walking at just regular speed. Okay, so here's another hotel on the right-hand side. We've got the Pacific Monarch Hotel as well. Okay, so we're gonna go a little bit farther up. Just up ahead here is another smaller shop if you want to grab a quick bite. This shop is Maguro Spot. They have some quick bites, they have poke and a few other items, some outdoor seating as well. We're going to walk right around this area and head up towards Kapahulu Avenue. So Kapahulu Avenue is the street that's intersecting Kuhio Avenue farther down, and that's also the same area where the Honolulu Zoo is. If you decide to visit the Honolulu Zoo, if you have kids, it's a great option. Small 1, 2, 3 hour day. Over here on the right are some car rentals. And then over here, the blue on the right hand side is Blue Ocean. They have some food trucks, and as you can see, a little bit of outdoor seating here as well. So to my right over here is Kuhio Village Tower. It's a condo. We're gonna walk a little bit farther down. Part of this area here on the right, there's also a small shop. So if you're staying in this area, there's plenty of small shops if you want to grab, again, snacks, drinks, sundries, whatever you need. Over here on the right hand side, coming up is another condo, Kuhio at Waikiki. Now for this walk specifically, Kuhio, of course, has both sides over here, but this walk specifically, just to make it easier, I'm only doing one side of Kuhio. In the upcoming Waikiki Now videos, I'll be doing the other side of Kuhio Avenue. Even in this specific video, up here on the left-hand side, that brown building that's over there, that's the Hilton Waikiki Hotel. However, going back and forth between hotels on this video is a little bit tricky, so I'm just going to stay on one side, which is going to be this one over here. Coming up here on the right-hand side, once we cross this intersection, is the Alohilani Resort. So this specific resort, you can check out their restrictions online. This specific resort is one of the ones that only allows vaccinated guests. So we're looking at it just here on the right-hand side. They also have a restaurant as well. They have an open pool deck, which is pretty cool. So we're gonna head a little bit farther down. But as you can see, this this hotel is a pretty big hotel. So we're still walking down past this area. I'm gonna fast forward through a little bit of this portion here. Coming up here is the Waikiki Beach Marriott Hotel. So we're gonna cross this street over here and continue walking on Kuhio, again towards Kapahulu Avenue, so towards Diamond Head. Again, as I've said throughout the video, Waikiki is very, very walkable. Most of these hotels are within a block or so of each other, and on most of the blocks that we're walking through, especially on Kuhio Avenue and on the main drag as well, there's plenty of small eateries, restaurants, snack shops, sundry stores. So there's definitely plenty that you can do just on foot in Waikiki itself. Again, up here on the left-hand side, you'll see another bus stop. Public transportation in Waikiki is pretty easy to access. If you, again, had any questions, you can always check thebus.org. That is the website that shows you all the different bus routes. Coming up here after we cross this intersection is the Hyatt Place. Now, if you are staying at the Hyatt, make sure that you double check which Hyatt you're staying at. There is a Hyatt Regency, there is a Hyatt Centric, there is a Hyatt Place. There's multiple Hyatts within the Waikiki area. This one specifically is the Hyatt Place. One thing that I do specifically like about this property is that if you are hungry in the evening or late at night, they do have a Domino's within the hotel. You can order it and pick it up yourself. Super easy in Waikiki. Again, this is the Hyatt Place. And like I said, over here on the right-hand side is the Domino's that I was mentioning earlier.
Alright guys, so that is the end of Kuhio Avenue. This intersection that you see right up here, that's going to be Kapahulu Avenue. I hope you guys enjoyed this walk. It is around 5:30. And we're reaching the end of Kuhio Avenue. This is Denny's Diner, which is on the intersection of Kuhio Avenue and Kapahulu Avenue.
And we're here. This street up ahead is Kapahulu Avenue. You can take a right on this street here and catch sunset. See you in the next one. I hope you guys liked this video and found it helpful. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing. And if there's any other Hawaii videos you'd like to see, definitely leave them in the comments down below.